Well, this just makes me happy too. It actually makes me verklempt. I'm like, oh, this is so wonderful. So I feel that way about Palo Alto in general, and I just want to give us a shout out for being one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. That's good. So I've been very fortunate to work with a group of brilliant students over the past 20 years. This is year 21, doing the Pulse, which is our student. It started as a printed newsletter, and we've now gone all digital. And we come out 4 times a year, midterm, end of the semester, midterm, end of the semester. And the beautiful thing about that is, for the past 20 years, we've been able to archive the growth of Palo Alto. And just recently, I told a story, some of you were in the convocation heard, that I was able to help the Express News get a story right, because they had incorrect information about where Texas A&M San Antonio started. They said it started at Brooks Air Force Base, and I said, wait a minute, it started at Palo Alto, and we have the proof, the Pulse. So we were able to give them articles that they will now use to write a story about the 10th anniversary of A&M San Antonio, and they're going to be using our stuff. So yay, journalism. And speaking of journalism, as everyone knows, this is probably one of the most important times for journalism in our nation's history, getting real facts out to people so that they can make wise decisions, empowering citizens to get involved and to understand important and critical issues happening around the planet. So I think that what we do here at Palo Alto, giving students the skill set, critical thinking, writing, communicating, is invaluable and will and helps them the rest of their life. Even if they don't go into journalism, they look at news differently and they understand the value of journalism. So I know I have a group of students here, but I also want people in the audience who didn't volunteer to speak, who served on the staff of the Pulse, to please stand up. And if you're already standing up, I'm looking at you in the corner, raise your hand to show that you did serve on the staff of the Pulse as a student here at Palo Alto College. There you go. Safety, success. Okay, I'm going to let each of the students introduce themselves. I'm just like overwhelming with happiness right now, but here we go. One's going to kick it off.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. My name is Juan Ponce. I am a combat veteran. I am a podcaster. I am a student and soon-to-be graduate of Palo Alto College. I have also published 2 stories in the PAC Pulse, and I have to say, the experience that I got for being on the PAC Pulse, for writing for the Pulse, has been an eye-opening experience for me. I'm 37 years old, okay? I'm a seasoned adult, I guess you can say. But having that experience, for me, I think was invaluable. I mean, there's nothing that I can say that can express how that has helped me up to now. I am also on the, I also went on the DC and New York trip, 2018. And if you do not know what that is a trip that we take as comm students that Dr. Richter coordinates to New York and DC, and we go for 2 weeks. And we go and we experience so many things, journalism, everything. Also, I'm on the podcast here at Palo Alto College. And if you have any questions on how to get on the podcast, just get to the Pulse. It's on there. And I'll go ahead and pass this off and my time's up.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Lily Castillo. Currently, I am the Regional Communications Director for the American Red Cross serving Central and South Texas. I think that took my time. It's a long title. I want to go backwards a little bit on where I am now to where I began. So I'm now the Regional Communications Director for the American Red Cross. Before that, I worked at the San Antonio Zoo as a PR person. Before that, I was at mysanantonio.com as a channel producer. And prior to that, I used to work for a small newspaper at the Brooks City base. that Denise helped me get an internship at. So what I can say about the Pulse is it started my career, and a big part of the Pulse is this lovely woman standing right here. And I want to say this to the group. You all have no idea the impact that you have on us students. I am from the southwest side of San Antonio, from the now closed but possibly reopening West Campus High School. And with the Pulse and what Denise and what Palo Alto helped me do was find my voice. I never thought I could achieve the place I am now without Palo Alto and Denise and the Pulse.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Ruben Betancourt. After I had transferred from Palo Alto College, I went to Texas A&M San Antonio. What did I learn from the Pulse? I learned AP style. Okay, well, everybody knows Dr. Richter, and you know how she is with her AP style. Right? And you know, something to keep in mind, don't be discouraged. It was my first writing class. I remember that my first draft was just bleeding and ready. And I was just like, you know what, I can't write. But perseverance, determination, and with Dr. Richter's help, it was just amazing. Also, newsroom environment. I got to learn the ins and outs of the different things you can do in the newsroom. And why does the Pulse matter? Well, it's important to have publishable work because it opens opportunities at university, in the media department. I was the editor-in-chief for the Mesquite at Texas A&M San Antonio, which gave me a lot of experience. Also, it is very important to have publishable work for scholarships and for you to land your first job. So I just want to leave this in mind. Basically, challenge yourself. Just don't ever underestimate the PAC Pulse. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So my name is Crystal Garza. I wrote for the PAC Pulse back in 2016, and I honestly thought I had no writing skills whatsoever when I got my first paperback, like Ruben said, red everywhere. And then I got drilled about AP style, which, by the way, I keep a copy at my desk now. It saved my life on more than one occasion. I currently work at a company called Sweat Development. I'm a special projects coordinator, and I am a social media coordinator. So I'm on Facebook all day long. The reason the Pulse is so important is because I was a student that was told from a very young age that I could not do this. I was told that you can't write, you can't do this. I was actually told not to go to college. And I was told that I should find a trade job, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I was told you would not make it. But because of the education I received here at Palo Alto with Dr. Richter and so many amazing professors, I'm here to tell you that you can do it. No one can tell you that you can't. And it's very important to keep going. Thank you.
I am Armando Padilla. I graduated here in 2013. I started in 2007. I'm a retired railroader. And when I got here, I had to start at the very beginning. And Dr. Richter helped me and found my guidance in life was to go towards journalism. I have done that, photography, journalism, and one of the first articles was this building here when it was being remodified. My first article was one in this building when it was first being modified. I have now, I am a student at Texas A&M. I will graduate with an English degree, and I graduated at 16 with a communications degree. Editing was one of my favorite subjects, but also hair raising experience. Keep advising your students to keep making the effort to push for the graduation certificate. Thank you.
I just want to say Armando agrees that, but he's also a Vietnam veteran, so I'm so proud of him for coming back to school.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Juliana Montoya. I wrote for the Pulse in fall of 2016. I am currently a junior at Texas State University, and so I'm going to be actually reporting again for my multimedia journalism class. The Pulse for me has been a pivotal moment in my educational career. It helped solidify that I knew journalism was what I wanted to do. I know a lot of people have a difficult time going up and talking to others, but you know, starting a conversation with a stranger is honestly such an amazing experience. You don't know what opportunities this world has to provide until you get out there and you get to know those people, whether they be your schoolmates, your faculty and staff, you know, other citizens of San Antonio. The world is so rich and diverse in information, and it's such a beautiful thing. I love the Pulse, and granted, it may have been like a small scale, but it's just a wonderful stepping stone. And getting to know the students here was just wonderful for me. I felt that coming to Palo Alto has been the most intimate and happiest form of education I had ever received. This is by far one of my favorite schools and has actually been wonderful for me. This is what I associate a lot of my happy memories with.
Anyway, I just am so proud of my students, and they're awesome, as you can tell. So read the Pulse, packpulse.com, and support journalism and journalists. Thank you.